Okay, so let's look at domain 1, information systems auditing process, IS auditing process. Very important domain. Okay, and basically this is the base domain in order to understand all the domain 3, domain 4, domain 5. You look at any domain, whether domain 3 or domain 4 or domain 5, you will require the underlying concepts of domain 1. Everywhere you will require how to think from an IS auditor's point of view, everywhere. And this is the reason I always say that the CISA exam is not purely a technical exam, because it requires the underlying concepts of auditing. Okay, everywhere you need to think from auditor's point of view. And in exams you will not see more of technical questions, but even in technical questions you will see how an IS auditor will react to the situation, to the case. Okay, the name of the exam is what? Certified Information Systems what? Auditor. Auditing. Certified Information Systems Auditing. So understanding domain 1 is very important. In domain 1 there are two things, part A and part B. Part A is what? Planning. And part B is what? Execution of whatever things we have planned. Part A is what? Planning. And part B is what? Execution. It starts from the entire domain 1, it starts from 1.1 and it goes till 1.11. If you cover 11 major concepts, you entirely cover up the domain 1. And as we have discussed in domain 2, we will be having what? The master chart, the Q&A booklet, and the discussion notes. The discussion notes are, you have to refer only once while we are discussing things, and the master chart and Q&A is something which is very important, and you are supposed to revise using this master chart, and you are supposed to revise even the Q&A, regularly. So these are the 3 notes we have provided along with the domain 1. In fact, along with the every domain. Okay, so part A is divided into 5 parts, 1.1 till 1.5, introduction and phases, 1.2 business process, 1.3 types of controls, 1.4 risk based audit planning, 1.5 types of audits. And in part B, again it is divided into how much? 6 parts. 1.6 is what? Audit project management. 1.7 sampling methodology, 1.8 audit evidence, 1.9 computer aided audit techniques, 1.10 reporting and communication, and 1.11 control self assessment. Okay, so let's begin with the actual discussion on domain 1. Okay, so let's begin with domain 1, information systems auditing process, part A, planning. 1.1 introduction and phases. Now guys, we all know that the organization cannot function without computer systems. Computer systems is required to run each and every business. Basically, we cannot survive without computers. Okay, so basically the level of usage of technology is increasing day by day. Because of increase in usage of technology, the risk associated with it is also increasing, and because of that the need for applying controls is also increasing. Risk is increasing, and because of that the need to apply controls is also increasing, and because of that the stakeholders are also very worried. If you don't understand the term stakeholders, I will request you to go and watch domain 2, because you will require some concepts of domain 2 in order to understand domain 1. Okay, so always begin with domain 2. Domain 2 is available free of cost on my YouTube channel. You can go there, you can watch domain 2, and then you can come and start with domain 1. Anyways, so as the level of usage of technology is increasing day by day, the risk associated with it is also increasing, and the need to apply controls is also increasing. So stakeholders are also worried. So what is audit? Audit will give you what? Audit will give you assurance on the level of protection of information asset. Audit will give assurance on the level of protection of information systems. It will check whether the business is functioning well or not. It will check whether the organization is complying with the laws and regulations properly or not. And it will also check whether there is any poor governance of enterprise IT, whether the organization is able to derive the full value, full use from the IT or not. Okay, whether there is proper IT governance in the organizations or not. Okay, so audit will give what? Answers to these questions, and it will help the stakeholders to rely on the organization, that whether the organization is running properly or not. Okay, now guys, if you want, you can also write down these notes. Okay, whenever you feel that you want to write something, you can write down notes. Don't just depend on my these notes. Okay, I'm explaining you things, you know, sometimes you may not understand handwriting, my own handwriting. Okay, so in that case, you can start writing notes whenever you feel like, you know, you want to note down any points. Whenever you feel to note down any points, you can note down those points. Okay, so let's move ahead. So what is IS audit? What is IS audit? IS audit is what? Formal examination. Formal examination or test of information systems. IS audit is what? Formal examination or test of information systems. So whenever you appear for the exam, you get what? Report card. You get something known as mark sheet or report card. So even in audit is what? IS audit is what? For formal examination or test of information systems. So even in IS audit, you will get a report card, and this report is nothing but your audit report. So as other exams, you get report card. In audit, you will get what? Audit report. Okay, opinion on information systems. Okay, so next thing is what? See guys, management will apply controls. Management will what? Management will apply controls. Okay, and auditor will check those controls, whether those controls are designed properly, whether those controls are implemented properly, whether those controls are running properly or not. Okay, so management is what? Management has got the role to apply control. Auditor will not going to apply control. Okay, don't be under the wrong impression that auditor is going to apply controls. No, it's the duty of the management to what? To apply controls. See guys, there is a risk. To deal with this, there is something known as controls. Okay, there is risk, and to deal with those risks, there is something known as controls. So it is the duty of the management and not the auditor to apply controls. So management will apply controls, and auditor will check those controls and give report on it. Okay, whether those controls are operating effectively and efficiently or not. Okay, so auditor basically will gather the evidence. Auditor will gather evidence. Auditor will evaluate evidence. Auditor will gather evidence. Auditor will evaluate evidence. What is evidence? A proof. Okay, so whatever things he's doing in the normal audit, he will gather those evidences. Okay, so auditor will gather evidence, auditor will evaluate those evidence, and then auditor will what? Auditor will issue audit report. Okay, and in that audit report, he will mention any weakness which he has found out. He will give recommendations to the management, and then afterwards he will do what? Follow up. Okay, so basically audit phase is what? We will discuss this audit phase in detail later on, but as of now, what is audit phase? Planning. First of all, there would be planning, and then field work, and then reporting, and then follow up. Okay, so planning, and then field work, and then reporting, and then follow up. Okay, so till now what we have discussed that IS audit is what? Formal examination of information systems. And like all exams, even in IS audit, you will have to what? Issue report cards known as audit report. Management will apply controls. Auditor will check controls. Auditor will gather evidence, then evaluate evidence, and then will issue audit report. Audit report will mention what any weakness, recommendations, and then afterwards there would be follow up. Okay, so in audit phase there is what planning, then field work, then reporting, and then follow up. Okay, so I hope till now everything is clear. Okay, if you want you can pause the video and you can write down things in your own handwriting. Okay guys, let's move on to next concept, audit charter. So guys, in domain 2 we have discussed something known as what, organizational structure. And guys, this is why I'm saying that if you have not done domain 2, go there, look at the core concepts of domain 2 and then come, you will easily be able to understand the concepts of domain 1. But in case if you already know about these concepts, what is organizational structure, then no issues, no problems, you may proceed. Okay, so guys, we have seen organizational structure in domain 2. When we say IS audit, when we say IS auditor, okay, IS auditor or IS audit department, they can operate within the organization or they can operate externally. They can operate within the organization, known as what, internal audit, and they can operate what, externally. Okay, in that case they are outsiders. So they can be internally within the organization. IS audit department can be what, internally within the organization, or IS audit department can be what, externally, outsiders. Okay, so in both the case they have supposed to maintain what, independence. We'll talk about it later on. Okay, so when we say IS audit department, okay, now when we say that the IS audit department is within the organization, when we say it is within the organization, now these questions should come in your mind, that who creates this department. When we say that IS audit department can operate within the organization, then the question arises is that who creates this department? Where are they positioned in organizational structure? Who decides their authority? Who decides their powers? Whom do they report? What are their responsibilities? What will be their function? Okay, there are so many questions which comes in your mind. It should come in your mind. Okay, so to answer these questions, there is something known as audit charter. There is something known as what? Audit charter. Audit charter is nothing but a document which will answer all the questions above. Okay, and it is the starting point for framing your IS audit department. I'm not saying IS audit, I'm saying starting point for framing what? IS audit department. Okay, now audit charter, we'll talk about three important things from exam point of view. Okay, now we are discussing things from exam point of view. Okay, now audit charter will take into consideration three important things: the overall authority of the IS auditor. Okay, when we say authority, it means power. What is the overall authority of IS audit department? Okay, example, they should have access to data of different departments. Okay, what are their authority, their power? Then next thing is what? Scope. What are the things that will be covered in IS audit? The scope. The third thing is what? Responsibility. The responsibility. Okay, accountability, responsibility, whom to report, frequency of audit. Okay, so audit charter will answer three questions: overall authority, the scope, and the responsibility. Overall authority, scope, and responsibility of IS audit department. Okay, now when we say audit charter, audit charter needs to be approved by what? Highest level of management. The senior management, the top management should approve audit charter. So the IS audit department is created by the highest level in the organization. The IS audit department is created at the highest level of the organization, so that the other departments take IS audit department seriously. Audit charter is approved by highest level of management. Audit charter will talk about the overall the scope, the authority and the responsibility of the IS auditors. Okay, and audit charter is approved by highest level of management. So now audit charter is created by the highest level, and the IS auditor will gonna report the IS auditor will gonna report to whom? The highest level in the management, the top management. Why? To maintain independence. What does it mean? Let's say for example you are auditing the IT department. You are auditing the IS audit department is auditing the IT department. In that case, we will not give the report card. We will not going to issue the report card to head of IT department. We will going to issue the report card, the audit report, to whom? The audit committee or the board of directors, the top level management in the organization. Okay, now that doesn't mean that the head of IT will not get the copy of the audit report. I'm not saying that. The head of IT will not get the copy of the audit report. They will also get the report. Okay, the auditors will share the reports with everyone, but the thing is that they are not responsible. I mean, they are not liable to report to head of IT. They will report to whom? The top level, the audit committee. Why? To maintain their independence. It means that we are not dependent on you. Okay, we will directly report to whom? The top level in the organization, the top management in the organization. Okay, to maintain the independence of the auditor. And guys, we have already discussed in domain 2 that the board of directors, they cannot, they may not have the knowledge. They create different committees. Okay, for example, audit committee, IT steering committee, IT strategy committee. There are different committees. Okay, so basically the IS audit department will report to whom? The audit committee. Or if there is no audit committee, to the board of directors. Okay, next thing guys, audit charter. When we say the term audit charter, remember that audit charter is applicable to the IS audit department that is operating within the organization. Audit charter is not for the external auditors. For external auditors, they have their own contract, the appointment letter or the engagement letter. For external auditors, for them they have their own engagement letter or appointment letter. Audit charter is for whom? The internal audit, the IT audit department, the IS audit department. Okay, for externally there is something known as engagement letter or appointment letter. Okay, once established, what established? Audit charter. Once audit charter is established, charter to be changed only if justified. Charter to be changed only if justified. It means that there won't be any frequent revision of audit charter. Okay,